All right, everybody, we are back very quickly now. This is 2:19 p.m. and we have a confirmed tornado on the ground in northeastern Nebraska. This is for our storm that was very close to Tarnov earlier that did get tornado warned. It now has a official tornado on the ground with it, all right? This is a weather spotters confirmed tornado here, all right? Now, again, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground here by a trained weather spotter by the National Weather Service heading for Creston, Humphrey, and Leigh. So if you're in this area, you need to take cover immediately. I know Humphrey, you just got your tornado warning removed like 10 minutes ago, but we have another one for your area here. So again, you got to take that seriously and take shelter immediately, as this is a confirmed tornado on the ground here with this storm. I'm not seeing it look very impressive really anywhere on radar, but I'm guessing the tornado's right in there. But again, this is a weather spotters confirmed tornado here, all right? So this is confirmed. It's observed. This is for portions of western Colfax County and northeastern Platte County. So again, this is our same exact storm that we were talking about last stream here. Well, it kind of actually merged with another storm, and now it's become this here. You can kind of see how our little rain shower there weakened out, and that is because this little storm over here sucked all the energy out of it and ended up producing this tornado here. So again, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground now near Creston, Humphrey, and Leigh. I am going to go ahead and update the stream title because I just now realized I only have it on tornado warning instead of tornado on the ground. So again, if you're in this area, you need to run to your tornado safe spot, as we have a confirmed tornado on the ground here. This is moving off to the off to the north at 15 miles per hour here. Impact, expect damage to mobile homes, roofs, and vehicles. If you're in a mobile home, you gotta evacuate and find a more substantial shelter, because a mobile home is not going to do well with a tornado, obviously. And especially a tornado that we can't see on radar. This is incredibly dangerous out here. This tornado warning expires in 9 minutes, but it will get reissued, as, again, even if this isn't a tornado on the ground anymore in 9 minutes, this is still a very dangerous storm here, capable of producing a tornado. So we got to keep our eyes very close on this here. Again, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground. I was not going to go live again this quickly after ending, but whenever we have a tornado on the ground, I feel like it is kind of necessary here. So again, to repeat, tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you're outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Again, this is a tornado warning for portions of northwestern Colfax County and northeastern Platte County. This includes the cities of Humphrey, Creston, and Leigh. This does not include Tarnov, Platte Center, or Clarkson, but it does include areas in between that. This includes areas along Highway 81 in between Platte Center and Humphrey. So again, if you're driving there, you got to get off and find a substantial shelter to get into, as this is a confirmed tornado on the ground off to the southeast of Creston. Now, if it is still on the ground here, again, this is a weather spotters confirmed tornado. That means that a National Weather Service trained weather spotter has seen the tornado, reported it into the National Weather Service, and it is confirmed to be on the ground here. So again, this is our first tornado of the day, and it is in northeastern Nebraska. Nobody would have guessed that, but here it is. So again, we got to keep our eyes hyper-focused here and on this tornado on the ground. Again, right now it's off to the southeast of Creston here, and it's going to be moving off to the north, almost directly towards Creston. So Creston, Leigh, Humphrey, again, y'all have to take shelter immediately. I know it doesn't look like any crazy storm. It looks like your typical garden variety springtime Nebraska storm, but I promise you, there is a tornado in here. So again, if you're out here, you got to seek shelter immediately. So our tornado now will be located somewhere near Highway 91 in between Creston and Leigh. Again, right now it is currently in northwestern Colfax County. Actually, it's on the county line here, really, of Colfax County and Platte County. But it actually looks like it's in Platte County. Now, this is a little bit more of a populated area than we were talking about last stream, and again, it is an official tornado on the ground, and I see a picture of this. This is a picture from Storm Chaser John McKinney. Unfortunately, I cannot bring it up on stream, but I see it there. It's a little itty-bitty rope tornado Looks like it probably had brief ground contact. Still crazy that guy's been in my chat before, and now he's out there chasing tornadoes in Nebraska. Anyway, again, this is a confirmed tornado. Currently, there are about 2,283 people included in this tornado warning. There are 4 schools in this warning box, 0 hospitals, so hopefully all those schools, if those schools are still in session at this time of year, are taking shelter immediately. Again, this is not a great situation here, obviously, whenever we have a tornado on the ground in an area this populated. Again, the main town out here being Humphrey, but also Creston and Leigh are included in this tornado warning. If we kind of turn on our green presentation here, we can see some of the areas in these towns that could get directly impacted by this tornado. So areas like the Creston Baptist Church, the Creston Post Office, and the Creston Elementary School are going to come close to this. Areas like the St. Francis Central High School, the St. Francis Elementary School, the St. Francis Church, the Humphrey Public Library, and the Humphrey Post Office, as well as the Humphrey Public Schools and the St. Francis Cemetery are going to come close to this. The Humphrey Cemetery, areas along Tracy Creek, and then areas in Leigh like the Centennial Park, St. Mary's Church, Zion Lutheran School, Leigh High School, Leigh Public Library, Leigh Cemetery, and Zion Cemetery, and St. Mary's Cemetery. So those are some of the areas that we could, have that tornado approach here over the next several minutes, if it is actively still on the ground here, which, again, this is a confirmed tornado. I've seen a picture of it. Again, it was a itty-bitty rope tornado. It looked like it made very brief ground contact. It looked pretty weak, but again, it could still be on the ground, so take cover now. And we also do have a new mesoscale discussion. This is brand new. This just came out 3 minutes ago. Let me go ahead and bring that up for you guys. This is mesoscale discussion 1094. This is for portions of central and southern Mississippi here. An isolated severe threat could evolve this afternoon. And we also do have a new mesoscale discussion. This is sorry, I forgot to mute myself. An isolated severe threat could evolve this afternoon. There's a 20% chance of a tornado or more likely severe thunderstorm watch being issued for this area. We kind of talked about this last stream, how the severe threat could be there with a couple of these cells, but we're not expecting too much. And it looks like the Storm Prediction Center is almost 100% agreeing with that, as they've only given those storms a 20% chance of receiving a severe thunderstorm or tornado watch. Hello, Andy. So once again, we have an active tornado on the ground. This is a Weather Spotters confirmed tornado near Leigh now. And I mean, this is going to be going right into Leigh soon. So if this is still on the ground, this could be pretty bad, actually. Again, right now, this is to the southwest of Leigh. This is near the intersection of 460th Street as well as 115th Avenue. And again, it's heading up towards the western portion of Leigh here very quickly. Again, this tornado is actively on the ground according to train spotters. Is that a tornado? Yes, this is a tornado. This is an active tornado on the ground here. Again, it's a little rope or cone tornado. It's either a very skinny... Yeah, this is confirmed. This is either a very skinny cone or it's a rope tornado. But again, any tornado is a dangerous tornado. So if you're out here, you got to seek shelter immediately. This is approaching southwestern Leigh. This is over 115th Avenue. It's heading up towards Road V and 475th Street. It's going to go near the Sandy Bank Street, the West Fork Maple Creek over the next several minutes here. Again, this is an active tornado on the ground here, guys, according to trained weather spotters. This tornado warning does expire in 1 minute, so we'll see if the National Weather Service does reissue this. I'm guessing they will, as again, this was a confirmed tornado, and it has, at least was on the ground for a brief period of time here, and again, this could still be on the ground, so if you're out here, you guys need to take shelter immediately. Yeah, again, this is heading right into downtown Leigh very shortly here. and our tornado warning has been allowed to expire. We're going to see them reissue that here over the next couple of minutes, I'm sure. Be very surprised if they let this tornado warning go already, as this was a confirmed tornado on the ground as of about 10 minutes ago. Again, this is approaching the western side of Leigh here. It's going to cross over the West Fork Maple Creek. It's going to go very close to areas of western Leigh. If we kind of take a look, let's go back to some of the spots that are kind of out here. So again, this is right near the Centennial Park. It's going to go near St. Mary's Church. This football field out here. The Leigh Cemetery, the Zion Cemetery. Very surprised they did not reissue that tornado warning. And they may still. It's only been, a minute or so since it expired, but this is certainly going to get another tornado warning. I'd be very surprised if it didn't. So, let's see if I can find it again. I actually zoomed out. It's out here. So again, if we do still have an active tornado on the ground, it is currently crossing over 475th Street off to this southwest of Leigh. Again, the tornado warning has been allowed to expire with this storm, surprisingly. So now we can kind of focus on some of our other storms. We do have some stronger storms impacting portions of Louisiana and Mississippi currently. Again, some of these could produce some isolated gusty winds or small hail. Wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour and penny-sized hail may occur with some of these storms across portions of Mississippi and Louisiana here. There's one near Baton Rouge. There's one closer to New Orleans. Okay, so there are several storms out here that, again, are on the stronger side of things. We don't have anything severe just yet, but again, I wouldn't rule out an isolated severe thunderstorm or two popping up. But right now, they are just limited down to strong thunderstorm capabilities because, again, this environment isn't super favorable for severe weather, but just the fact that these cells are so discrete gives them a higher chance of becoming, pretty strong. So back out here to our storm that was previously tornado warning. Actually, this is brand new. We have a confirmed flash flood warning now. Emergency management has reported flash flooding across portions of western Emmett County and northwestern Iowa. This is near Estherville. If you're in Estherville, stay alive, don't drive, turn around, don't drown. As you can see, we got a lot of rain falling here. The wind is definitely whipping around here. This American flag in the back. Again, you can see very heavy rainfall there currently in northwestern Iowa. And again, the area where the flash flooding is occurring is going to be near Estherville. So back out here to our storm near Leigh. Again, this has previously produced a tornado. If it is still producing a tornado, it would be somewhere to the southwest of Leigh. It'll be right along 475th Street right now. But again, this is no longer tornado warned, surprisingly. I really thought they were going to reissue it, as this was at one point a confirmed tornado. But it looks like that is no longer the case. So if you're out here, it's an all clear, but just, continue to stay aware, please, because obviously this storm has gone tornado warned, then it's gotten removed, then it's gotten tornado warned again. So you got to watch it pretty closely here. This is one of those storms where you should just, play it safe, have multiple ways to receive alerts on hand, prepare to take shelter if necessary. But yeah, these storms out here in eastern Nebraska have way overperformed today. They've been doing flash flooding, tornadoes, whenever this area isn't even in the marginal risk of severe weather. According to the Storm Prediction Center, at no risk of severe weather today. And it has, again, just absolutely popped off over here. So, again, right now, our main focus are the storms out here in far eastern Nebraska. Areas like Grand Island, Lincoln, Omaha. The severe weather threat is a little bit higher for you guys than we were originally anticipating. You got to look out for some of these storms. They're pretty nasty. They've been producing tornadoes, flash flooding. Some of these are producing some damaging winds and large hail potentially in localized spots. So we got to keep our eyes peeled for all of these storms here, as again the severe weather threat with these is higher than we originally anticipated. Originally we were not thinking of any severe threat with these, but we can see that that did not turn out to be the case here, as we've already seen tornadoes and flash flooding across portions of eastern Nebraska today. And again, that flash flood warning still remains in effect here for areas like Farwell, Danbrog, Howard City, and Elba, across portions of southwestern Howard County in central Nebraska from last stream where we talked about that. That is still in effect. Just in general, we got a really big line of storms here that's even kind of taken a bow echo shape on as it approaches areas like York, Columbus, Lincoln, Beatrice, Nebraska City, Omaha, Bellevue, Fremont, Norfolk, all those areas there in Nebraska. We just had an unexpected explosion of convection out here. Let's kind of take a look at the satellite imagery, actually. I bet it's really interesting to look at. So, yeah, you can definitely see those clouds over here just really popping off here. Wait, let's take it back a little bit. Hold on. Okay, so look at this. Wow. Those clouds have just really, you can see all that convection just pop off here in eastern Nebraska with some of these storms. And then you can also see our big-time storms down here in Louisiana and Mississippi. And even across a good chunk of southern Missouri, it looks like we've got full cloud cover. Because, yeah, some of these showers down here are impacting southern portions of Missouri. Pretty much the entirety of southern Missouri, it's raining right now, except for maybe far southeastern Missouri. Yeah, Missouri's looking like one of our states with the most cloud cover in the entire country right now. Which does not mean their severe threat's the highest. The severe threat for Missouri is none. There's no severe threat for Missouri. But just the general showers and thunderstorms are just going to be ridiculous out there today. It's going to be a very rainy, dreary day out there, especially across the southern half of Missouri today. Yeah, you can just see these storms really get their act together here over the past couple of hours. And, again, these are going to have all hazards with them. We're talking about damaging winds, large hail, tornadoes, flash flooding, lightning, all that good stuff could be associated with our storms out here in central and eastern Nebraska today. So... okay, we have some stronger storms out here in Louisiana. But our main focus right now is on Nebraska. We are seeing the damaging wind threat pretty high out here in areas like Stockham and Henderson, Nebraska. The damaging wind threat's definitely there. We've got a pocket of higher winds that make it a special weather statement or possibly even a severe thunderstorm warning there. This just looks like a pretty intense storm in general with the hail and the wind threats. So, again, if you're just now tuning in, this is severe weather coverage. I forgot to update the stream title. We no longer have a tornado on the ground. It looked like a very brief, very skinny rope tornado that touched down, but it did make ground contact. We do have confirmation of that, so that's something. Let's check the power outage map. So currently we have about 160,000 customers in Texas without power. We've got about 10,000 customers in Arkansas without power and 29,000 customers in Louisiana without power here. So obviously after yesterday's storms, the Deep South is a pretty big mess right now, especially Texas with the power outages. If we look at the specific counties with the outages, we can see, actually, it's a lot of eastern Texas and western Louisiana from this morning's storms that did produce damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour and large hail up to baseball size in some spots. Harris County, the county with Houston in it, in Texas, currently has about 600 customers without power. Man, they don't have very many tracked customers out there. It's only 4,000, but Houston obviously has way more than 4,000 people. Anyway, we've got about Newton County, Texas, with about half the county without power. A lot of our parishes out here in Louisiana are without power in west central Louisiana. And other than that, not too many overall. It's crazy, but Trigg County, Kentucky here. Actually, this would not have been from the tornado. Never mind. I was going to say from the tornado, they still have outages, but those are just non-weather-related outages, it looks like there, for Trigg County, Kentucky. I will say we do have definitely some damaging winds, once again, associated with our line of storms here, more specifically in the Stockholm-Henderson area in southeastern Nebraska here. We could be seeing damaging winds potentially up to 40 to 50 miles per hour out here, so we'll see if this gets a special weather statement. And again, if it intensifies, possibly even a severe thunderstorm warning, but it's really the small cluster of the line of storms here that's producing the very high damaging wind threat. But yeah. And now we have a new special weather statement for San Miguel County, New Mexico. This is actually for the same storm that has our life-threatening flash flood warning. This includes downtown Las Vegas and other areas along Interstate 25 in northeastern New Mexico. This is for the threat of 50 to 55 mile per hour winds and nickel-sized hail. If either of those threats get upgraded, that is a severe thunderstorm there, so we'll have to watch that very closely over the next several minutes. And we have another new special weather statement for Wilkinson and Adams County, Mississippi. That's in far southwestern Mississippi. That includes areas like Loch Levin, Artonish, Leslie, Lanehart, Doloroso, Darrington, Ireland, and Possum Corner. This is for the threats of 40 mile per hour winds and pea-sized hail, so if you're in that area, make sure that you're moving indoors immediately. But back out here to our storms in Nebraska. Once again, these continue to produce a gusty wind and small hail threat. And again, some isolated tornadoes and flash flooding are occurring with some of these storms out here in far eastern Nebraska. Again, particularly our storm up near to the north of Columbus here. Areas like Leigh just got hit by a tornado. So if you're out here traveling along Interstate 80 to the north of Henderson, again, you got to be careful, especially if you're in like a semi. These winds are just going to cause some big problems out here, honestly, as they head up towards Interstate 80. So if you're traveling on Interstate 80 somewhere near to the north of Henderson, be very careful. Same thing goes for areas along Highway 34 there, because these storms are definitely producing some intense, blinding rain, I would say. That's going to lead to zero visibility, maybe a little bit of small hail. I'm not expecting too much hail with them, though. And then also some gusty to even damaging winds at times. Wow, look at this, guys. Near Henderson, we are getting radar estimated winds about 55 miles per hour, half degree into the atmosphere, 56 miles per hour. So the surface winds with this, again, could be around 50 miles per hour. So, I mean, if you're out here, you got to make sure that you are moving indoors. This is a very strong storm that's going to definitely have the capabilities to even knock out power for a few people, could, blow off some tree limbs off of trees. Very strong storm there. Again, little surprising it hasn't gotten any sort of weather alert yet, but it likely will soon, as these winds are just absolutely ripping here off to the west of Henderson. And again, I mean, it's also just a downpour that's happening with this line of storms right now, guys. Probably quite a bit of a light show out there now, too. So again, if you're just not tuning in, we are doing live severe weather coverage for portions of Louisiana, Mississippi, Nebraska, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, Missouri. Anywhere out there that has severe weather right now, we're just kind of covering it. We had a tornado about 25 minutes ago in the Leigh, Nebraska area. We also have ongoing life-threatening flash flooding east of Santa Fe, New Mexico. And, again, some stronger storms down there in parts of Louisiana and Mississippi that we're watching. But right now, we're actually mainly watching these storms near Henderson, Nebraska, as they continue to produce a damaging wind threat of winds up to 50 miles per hour near Henderson. Again, if you're traveling along Interstate 80, just to the north of Henderson, I would recommend, trying to get off and park somewhere, because these winds are definitely going to be pretty scary to drive through, especially if you got semis out there near you. The semis probably are going to have a little bit of trouble traveling, actually, with these kind of winds out here along Interstate 80, as well as Highway 34. So, again, that's our main area that we are watching right now. I do think that we're going to end off the live stream here, though, because we know we don't have any active tornado or severe thunderstorm warnings. We have a new special weather statement for Plaquemines Parish, Louisiana. I probably didn't pronounce that right at all, but that's near Port Sulphur there. So if you're in this area, 40 mile per hour winds and pea-sized hail are approaching, so make sure that you are moving indoors immediately. But yeah, we're going to end off the live stream here. I do want to thank you all for tuning in. It's been pretty active, actually. We've had a tornado, we've had flooding, we've had big-time storms, we've had some damaging winds. We've had pretty much everything to cover here in the past half hour. So, again, I do want to thank you all for tuning in. We will be back again later covering more severe weather for portions of Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Kansas, Colorado, and Nebraska. So, again, come back later, and I'll see